don't count on any business until you've got a piece of paper in front of you. And I learned that the hard way. I had a very great call with a largish company. We had a big project that was supposed to be 6 months, and it was a really, really, expensive job. And I was reaching out to additional freelancers to come on board to be part of this rather large project. Um, and then right at the last second, the email came through. No, we've got the budget's been pulled for this. We can't do that. We'll approach it maybe in a year or so. And again, I was a little naive because I had a team around me when I was in corporate that dealt with all of that stuff, and
Yeah.
in my head was like, this is brilliant. This is a solid 6 months of work for us to do. And but if you don't have a piece of paper in front of you that is a contract or an agreement, then you've got nothing. And I
Yeah.
think a lot of small businesses do struggle because they'll agree to do work for people. They'll go and do some work for people on the premise that they think they're going to get paid. They don't necessarily discuss what their product or service is going to cost up front. Then they turn around and try and invoice the client because they're afraid. A lot of people are afraid of asking for money. And then they find out they're not getting paid, or they find out it takes forever to get the payment for something. And unless you have some sort of agreement, even an email confirmation is better
Yeah.
than nothing. But having something that verifies that there's an agreement in place, and that piece of advice came after I discovered that was a problem. It was me
Yeah.
complaining to people, and they're like, "Why didn't you have? If I give you any piece of advice, just get it in writing." I'm like, "Yeah, I know that now, but."
Yeah.
So
At the
it came
time,
after the fact.
yeah, and I get it as well, because when, especially when it's a new venture, you're just so excited, and the passion overflows, and a lot of the legalities and all those hard conversations get left behind. It should actually be the first conversation. And
Yeah,
I'd say, just as learning as you have, get comfortable with the uncomfortable conversation, get comfortable with asking for the money, get comfortable with chasing the invoice
yeah,
for you. You take that time and that dedication to deliver a service, and it's part of, even a verbal agreement, by the way, is an agreement. However, yes, you should get that piece of paper. That's great advice.